There we go. So, Snack are going to be running Yamato, Des Moines, Henry 4, Zhao, Moscow, Z52, Wargaming, Peter, Wins, Lose, Shen, to everybody, just combine into one big blob, are going to be running Yamato, Des Moines, Minotaur, Henry, Moskva, and Shimakaze. Still no secret GK strat. I am sad. I mean, a secret GK strat doesn't really work with this cap layout anyway, but I'm going to pretend that somebody's going to run it at some point. One day we'll get the double cap layout, and then somebody will run the secret GK strat. And it'll be great. Alright, let's take a look at these initial deployments. So, for Wargaming Pay to Lose, we're going to be seeing a Des Moines. We're going to see a Des Moines crossing over each other, so they must have like specific pattern in mind. They're going to be seeing a Des Moines, Moskva, a Henry 4, and a Z52 heading over the A cap. Yamato's going to be parking himself up north of the B cap, not really moving that much at all. And then we're going to have a Des Moines and a Zhao heading towards B and C. Meanwhile, for... That was the Snack deployment. Wargaming Pay to Win /lose /Shen are going to be running a Shimakaze and a Minotaur over to C, along with a Moskva for radar sport. A Des Moines up to the bottom of the B cap, looking for a position to get his radar in. Yamato's going to be hovering around the bottom of B as well. And then we're going to have the Des Moines and the Henry rotating around the bottom of A, just trying to find themselves some nice positions to take control of that. So, 1 DD strat for each team. Z52 going to be probably parking itself up against these two islands, just trying to like hold down like hydro support, like hydro of the cap, just to see which way you can reverse in. I think we usually see the Z52 reverse in this way, so we need a lot of support, probably the Des Moines, to try and get up to these islands, just to get in a position to hold them back. This Des Moines as well. This Des Moines can make aggressive approaches to this island here. The problem is like getting crossfired from across the map. We're going to see a smoke train from the Shimakaze for the Minotaur. Seems like a bit of an early smoke screen. Not sure if it was needed, but well, it's there now, and you may as well use it. Also, the Moskva is going to be able to use that. I'm not sure if the Moskva is planning on like going all the way over there, and no, he's actually planning on stopping here. But the Shimakaze is going to make his way into this cap. Nothing really to stop him, to be honest. The Des Moines isn't in a position to radar him yet, but he should be able to get there by the time the radar's over. Actually, he's not even going in just yet. Okay, now he's going in. Router in his lovely floral camo. You know, looking pretty in pink right now. Just taking a look how the deployments are developing. Shimakaze parks himself into the A cap. Sorry, the C cap. Let's see if the Des Moines pops a radar to try and force him out of there. There we go. There's the Des Moines radar coming out from Cray. Shots in from the Zhao, don't quite catch him. And he just waits out this radar, then reverses himself back into that cap, and he should be able to take for free. And then in the meantime, over at A cap, we do see a little bit of trading going back and forth, and we see quite a lot of damage taken by Leffen already. Giving Morton a lot of broadside, and Earl of Northesk as well. I think even the Yamato of Real Son of Dad might have took some shots at him. But he's going to be able to get up this island. The problem is, once he's up at this island, he has to deal with a Henry 4 farming him, because this Z52 has him in Hydra range. Which is a very, very scary thought. Because a Henry raining down on you from over these islands with nothing you can do in return, while you're perma-spotted by this Hydra, this Des Moines is in a lot of trouble. Oh, Horny Otter is still also being punished quite hard himself. This Henry 4 of Celestial him, chipping away at him. This is basically a race. Who can get more damage in quickly? The Des Moines being farmed down by the Henry, or the Z52 being farmed down by the other Henry. And currently, it's looking like the Z52 farming down Leffen's Des Moines is what's going to happen. I mean, the Henry farming down the Z... Yeah, you know what I mean. This guy's getting farmed. We do see Zerivian in a Shimakaze over at the C cap has returned to that cap. Geocruiser in his Minotaur getting a little bit tickled by the Des Moines. Leffen down to 5k, 4.8. Still taking a fire. Still trying to at least like get some damage back into Jania and the Henry. I think who's got himself stuck on the border, but I don't think he minds as long as he gets this Des Moines down. There he goes. Does take quite a chunk out of this Henry. This Henry's down to half health. He'll be able to heal most of that up though. And now this Z52 should be able to just take this cap for free. Might have to like, you know, give it up for a little bit because of Router's radar. But Router is much more focused on farming the Real Son of Dad right now. Real Son of Dad got a nice shot into the broadside of got carried by Dark. Shimakaze did take the C cap. Horny Otter is in the A cap right now, taking that. Decides to give it up as he's radared by Router's Des Moines. However, this Yamato and Des Moines are now going to be farmed heavily by the Henry and Des Moines of Morton and Jania, whatever it is. You have to be very careful of these two torpedoes from the Z52 as well. I mean, they are Z-tops, they're not the most painful things in the world, but still, it's not exactly nice to be hit by. And what he's actually managed to do here is he's managed to, like, you know, block in Router as well. So Router is now beached. Dark is now pushing forwards into almost certain death with a perma-flood running. Several perma-fires probably running as well, trying to get something onto Morton. Router reversing, actually not going to be able to pick up the radar on Horny Otter because he was forced into that island. Zerevian going to be taking the B cap off the back of this though while they're being farmed down. He may as well use this chance, like use this as an opportunity to do something. Got carried by Dogs, somehow managing to get out of that situation relatively, like, alive. I was expecting him to go, like, get farmed down by the Henry and the Des Moines there, but it looked like he got distracted by something else. Or he managed to get Dogs somehow. Shimakaze is reversing into this cap. He's actually got himself really badly stuck here. If Earl of Northesk radars him now, he is in a lot of trouble. Like, he got himself beached against this island. He's... If Earl of Northesk knew that Shimakaze was there right now... Actually, he sees him. He sees that the cap's being capped. Has he already radared? Is that why the Shima beached? He must have already radared. Got carried by Doc, is being farmed down still by everything, so he's going to go down there. Oh, he's healing. He's healing. He's trying to make this last as long as possible. Crave going to be trying to farm him down as rapidly as possible, firing out that HE. Down to 2,400 health, healing again still. Real Son of Dad going through the bow. There we go, finally goes down. Doesn't take much in return. I'm not sure if Earl of Northesk finally radared or what, but like the cap is no longer being capped. Must have got a couple of shots into Zerivian. Crossfire into the broadside of that Moskva, making him angle to the Des Moines. And when I say angle to the Des Moines, that's never a good thing. Angling to a Des Moines is very painful because he doesn't care about your quote-unquote angling. In fact, the more you angle to Des Moines, the more broadside you get. There we go, bow in. And now he's broadside to the Moskva instead. What could be possible? At least he has this shot block in the Moskva. But he did lose a lot of health for that, and he's definitely not going to win this trade in the long run. Meanwhile, we do see Morton and Real Son of Dad trying to reposition to do something about this Des Moines and Shimakaze and Minotaur in the B cap. The Henry of Celestial Hymn is just going to be raining down shells onto these ships completely unspotted, having freeform, having the time of his life. Now, does the Revian have torps ready for this Yamato? Not really. Yamato is being farmed down. There's currently a Minotaur raining down on him, a Moskva raining down on him, the Henry raining down on him. So he's got this Des Moines of Morton following him through. But again, we see this traffic jam of, like, Yamato's blocking off where Des Moines want to go. And it's like, okay, can I get past, please? I'd like to nudge past now. Can I, like, use you as an angling device? I would like to get around and do something about that Shima and Des Moines. Now the crossfire raining in from the Henry. Horny Otter popping a smokescreen there. We're trying to form the broadside of the Des Moines with his AP. Router forced forwards. Radar coming out from the Moskva of Earl of Northesk. Geocruiser takes a big hit in his Minotaur at some point during all this. Moskva of Garanthor over here being shot at by the Des Moines and the Yamato. There's shells coming in all directions. Let's see if I can find you a nice little view. Geocruiser is currently the focus fire from everything. Crave, Real Son of Dad, another random name in the Zao takes him down. Geocruiser got very, very crossfired there. I'm not sure if he was stuck against this island or what, but that didn't... Yeah, it looks like he got stuck. Because islands in this game, you know, they're really fun. Router popping a radar. They're going to see both the Yamato and the Des Moines of Morton and the Earl of Rothres Moskva, but it's shells everywhere. Torpedoes being dropped out from Zeravian. Zeravian also caught in a radar right now. Might even go down to the Des Moines. Down to 2,400 health. Morton looking for these shots. Nothing else should have a crossfire though. Actually, not even Crave or another random name might be able to get shots onto him right now. Down to 557 health. 42 health. This Shimakaze has survivability expert. Router in the Des Moines explodes. Trying to protect his Shima. But the Shimakaze and its survivability expert survive. So, Real Son of Dad and Morton are going to push through. Oh, they already took the B cap in all this somehow. And now they have... Well, they have a massive advantage. Henry 4 gets top rushed by the Z52. Caught the end of that. The Z52 with the BM. With the absolute BM. It's like... Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Moskva charging through. He knows this game's over. He's down, you know, 5 ships to 0. And now, our survivability expert, Shimakaze, being an expert survivor and firing his guns in the open. Because this is how you survive. You shoot in the open. Dropping his depth charges. I'm over here. These little beacons telling them exactly where they are. I'm dropping my smoke screen. Can you see me? I'm over here. Please come kill me. There we go. Z52 firing AP at the bow. Z52 AP very strong. And there we go. He finally does go down. So this series is going to go 1-0 in favor of Snack. And I'm going to put you on the winner scene. Have a look at that. And then we'll go quickly into the best of 3 and have a look at what's coming up next. So for the series being 1-0, we are going to go from Sea of Fortune into the next map, which is going to be North. And again, I expect to see heavy Des Moines spam on North and very little DDs. What we've seen in all the matches so far that we've seen that on North is the 0 DD teams tend to win. Because who needs DDs when you have DPM, eh? You don't need spotting if you have like a million radars to throw at them. Let me have a quick look at the streamer channel. What's going on in there? Throw vs. Grover will redo the map picks? Question mark? What the hell happened in there? Wow. Apparently, apparently there's a bit of drama going on with the map picks from the Throw vs. Grover game, and they had they picked the same map a couple of times, and they don't want a Phoenix tournament where it's just the same map played like 4 times. Yeah. Alright, so getting ready for game 2. Game 2 going to be played on North. Let's get you on to the next map scene. Here we go. So next map, Sea of Fortune. No, not Sea of Fortune. Why is it saying Sea of Fortune? It's supposed to be North. I love this UI. It's great. Definitely fan. Sea of Fortune. Apply. Boom. There you go. Magic. It's like nothing ever happened. Wait, what? We just played on Sea of Fortune. Hang on. No, next map, North. Magic, right? Magic. Definitely nothing went wrong at all. I'm definitely not stupid. Okay, I might be slightly stupid. Okay, I'm very stupid. Leave me alone. Hey, look, but look, it tells you which team, they fixed they updated the score thingamajiggy, so now you can see which team is actually in the lead. And I don't have to, like, you know, tell you between every game that I actually know that this team is actually the one in the lead. I don't have to flip the scores around repeatedly. Yay! So this map should be slightly less of a fiesta. We should be seeing the same kind of thing as well. Kiting forces at the A, B, like, you know, the 1 and 2 lines. Heavy DM pushes on the 9 and 10 line. Moskva's positioned centrally between C, A, and B, just looking for an opportunity to strike. Yamato's parked with, you know, around or the same region as the Moskva's, looking for the long-range crossfires and all sorts of the map. Probably a kiting force of Minotaur and Zhao on A-B side. That's a general strategy. However, you can mix and match if you want to do with pushing flank on A-B. You can run with Yu Yang or Des Moines or Gearing, just trying to push it up. You need a smoke screen for that cruiser though. Yet to see any particularly super interesting strategies on this map yet though. Maybe somebody will finally run a Gross Curfist up in the middle or something. Nobody's going to run a Gross Curfist up the middle of anything. That's all like the I'm just watching Twitch chat catching up with the Z52 and the Henrys. Alright, Router's team is ready. Just waiting on a couple of players from Snacks already up. We have Earl of the Northwest just getting himself, gonna be the last one to get his ship readied up. And then we'll be moving on into game number 2 of this best of 3 series, losers bracket. Round 1, WoWs Classic Day 2. Wonder if I see anything particularly spicy. Not expecting anything too amazingly spicy on this on the On this map, anyway. This map has got a kind of standard meta, where you just throw Des Moines at the problem until it fixes itself. Right, there we go. We're getting into the battle. Let me get you on the correct scene. Overlay A. I don't think I've ever seen the side switch in this game yet. Alright, so Snack are going to be running Yamato, Des Moines, Hindenburg, Moskva, Gearing, 1DD comp, and Wargaming Pay to Lose / Win / Shen / all the people are going to be running Yamato, Des Moines, Minotaur, Henry for double Moskva. So we're going to see a 0DD comp, which tends to be the general thing that seems to win this map. Just throw more cruisers at the problem. We're probably going to be seeing 2 Des Moines pushing up here for the red team, and then we're going to see a Moskva camping here. We're going to see a Moskva camping somewhere over here, probably in a kiting position, just as a general holding flank. We're going to probably see the Yamato parked here. And I expect to see Henry Minotaur as your kiting flank there. That would work. It's all like the initial deployments anyway. We're going to be seeing 1 Des Moines heading to the A-cap, which is slightly unexpected. I guess he's going with the gearing as some sort of pushing force. He's going to be joined by 1 Hindenburg. And then on this side, we're going to see a Des Moines, Hindenburg pushing down here. I guess they're just a holding force, along with a Moskva, probably positioned here or here. Or even here, just to try as, like, provide as much crossfire as possible. Yamato are going to be parked rather centrally, looking for the long-range shots. And oh, actually, it looks like they're just sending a single Minotaur as their holding flank over at B. That is very bold. Moskva taking up this rock. This Moskva, I'm not entirely sure what he's doing. Is he going to be joining a 3-man push with the 2 Des Moines and the Yamato and the Henry? That's a very heavy push. I'm very interested to see where this goes. So he's going to follow this blob and see what they do. Meanwhile, Geocruiser is like, I'll be alright, guys. Don't worry about me. Because that Minotaur is not going to be able to survive against, like, Gearing, Hindenburg, and Des Moines. And they can just hard push him. Gearing angles in, even if the Minotaur radars, like, he's going to ricochet the majority of those shells just by being bow in. And then the Des Moines and the Hindenburg will be raining down death and destruction upon him and just gaining all of the map control they could possibly ask for. Ariel looks to be going for this island, and then they're going to have 2 Moskvas in a crossfire formation over this cap, unless he goes up here, which is a very ballsy maneuver. Henry 4 of Celestial, him at a weird angle. I'm not sure whether he's planning on going up and around here, or just reversing at them. 2 Des Moines going to be pushing up here, one of them going to go on this side of this island, one of them going to go upside that side of that island, probably. I mean, either way, you can use that island. This island and that island as the 2 approaches. Along with the Yamato, got carried by Doc. So let's see how aggressively they push with these, with this gearing in Des Moines. We see an early radar out from Moskva of Azrael. I'm gonna spot the Earl of Northrask, I think. Yeah, they were looking for shots, but nobody has shots. He's just gonna reverse himself far behind that island. They need to get this push over at sea working quickly before they realise there's nothing here, let's just go. Because as soon as they realise there's nothing here, let's just go, they will just swing round and envelop these in a crossfire. Celestial, him in the meantime, is just going to slowly start whittling away at this Moskva. Well, attempting to. Doesn't have any vision on him currently. Horniot are taking a kiting position, very wisely so. He does have the entire army coming towards him. Morton going to be positioned behind this rock, just going to reverse away to safety, give him the chance. Just, you know, he's there for, like, area denial, vision control. Problem is, they don't need vision control, and they just bring up this, hello, I'm a Des Moines, I'm just going to press W radar you. Leffen is up to his island. Then we're going to see Garantho get up to his island. We're going to see the Yamato get carried by Doc. Probably going to Probably going to get spotted by the Des Moines on the way past here. Radar out from Leffen. Trying to catch anything. Doesn't actually quite catch the Des Moines. I think it's slightly too far away right now. Yeah, still too far away. Crossfire from Earl of Northresk at the Yamato have got carried by Dark. Gets a couple of chunks into his broadside, not the end of the world though. Hindenburg of Horny Otter going to be joining in with this farming. This three-man push over here is slowly starting to make its way around. Right, they've just developed... Right, they've seen... Okay, there's a Minotaur here. They've got the radar out onto yet another random name. They're now going to realise, is it just the Minotaur that's shooting my DD right now? It is just the Minotaur shooting my DD right now. We can charge. Although they have sent back Router and Moskva. And they sent back the Henry as well. I guess they were just trying to get some initial DPM in. And now they're going to rotate the force back now that they know that it's gearing, smoking up for something. Now that they know that there's a hard push on the AB flank. Geocruiser did take quite a bit of damage in this. Router and Celestial Hymn making their way back as fast as possible to try and help out with this. Now we see this 10-line push has begun, but Garanthor not doing very well in this push. He's actually got himself caught out really far in the open, currently burning a fire. Hindenburg and Morton both trying to farm him. They know that the Yamato's advancing with him. Yamato shells coming into Morton's bow, gonna take a little bit out. Real Son of Dad gonna be dropping his bombs towards the Des Moines of Garanthor. Catches some shots into the stern, could have been a lot worse than it was. Got carried by Dark, is YOLOing forward, gonna try and get up at this island, get a little bit of a brief respite, maybe get his damage control back, get a bit of healing in. Oh, Garanthor getting hit really hard. He needs to fully disengage as much as he possibly can. Shots coming in from Real Son of Dad. Hindenburg getting shells in as well. Real Son of Dad shells land. That could have been a lot worse. Down with 3k health. Is Morton's radar still in range? It is still in range. Is it still up? It is still up. He is still caught out. Oh, wait, hang on. No, he's Dark now. He's managed to get Dark, but the blind fire coming in from Horny Otter. Down to 684 health. Shots coming in from Real Son of Dad. Shots coming in from Earl of Northwest. They're desperately trying to blind fire the last known position of this Des Moines, trying to get something. Getting out of there with 684 health. That leaves Leffen and got carried by Dark to continue this push. However, in the meantime, Ariel 123 got himself into this cap, tried to cap it. Blind fire coming in from the Yamato to try and deny this cap. The Moskva of Earl of Northesk doesn't manage to get the shots in either. So they've managed to take that cap. Over at the air flank, we do see the reinforcements of Celestial Hymn and Router have begun to stall this Des Moines Hindenburg gearing push. So it's currently a 2-cap advantage to Wargaming pay to lose, / pay to win, / Shen. Hindenburg doing a lot of work from up in that corner. As long as he got vision control provided by Morton and his radar. Garanthor, however, managing to get another 10,000 health that they're going to have to burn through now since he managed to get a couple of heals off. Or a heal off. What was that? Was that depth charges? Yes. All quiet on the western front right now, but if we look over at the the AB flank, we see there's some engagements once again going on. Yet another random name is making it a very ballsy play for the cap right now. The problem is, there's a Moskva there. And I don't even know if you can make this turn. I think you could just make this turn. And then just get out of there. You gonna catch any torpedoes? Router currently dodging very nicely in between those. Burning a fire still. Radar out from Geocruiser, trying to be... Right, where's this gearing gone? And he's about to realise, oh, that's where the gearing's gone. He's in my bloody cap. Well, he would realise that if you actually caught him on the radar. He's like currently dancing back and forth, deciding, do I want to go in? Do I want to stay out? Do I want to go in? Do I want to stay out? Waiting for Router to, like, get out of range, possibly. They do need to get into that cap at some point to tick points. Tommy, on the other hand, got kind of caught out, got burned down quite heavily. Currently burning a double fire. Looking for shots onto that Minotaur of Geocruiser. Oh crap, the Yamato of the Yamato's just murderized the Des Moines. Did he just like shoot through this angle? Yeah. Yeah, he just gets a nice little shot. It must be a Morton radar and just catches him. Now, gearing in this cap has finally been radared and is now really positioned badly. He's going to beach on this island, grinding along it. Henry raining down on him, Moscow raining down on him, Minotaur raining down on him. Did he just get hard spotted by the Henry as well? Not quite, but he's on fire. He's definitely hard spotted now. Burning a double fire, triple fire, engine out, and he's gone. That was very risky play. The Hindenburg and the Des Moines not really in a position to support him making such a heavy play like that. The Moscow of Earl of Northesk is now making some sort of interesting play to try and help somewhere. I'm not sure what he's going to do when he gets there, but he's going for some sort of desperation play here. Because they need a cap. I think they're going to try and get a crossfire on Ariel. They got the Yamato in front of it, the Des Moines here, the Moskva around the back. But he has to be very careful because he can get broadside to route after he goes around this corner. No, he's deciding to go this way. He's looking for shots on the broadside of the Henry of Celestial Him. But the Hindenburg and the Des Moines aren't really in a position to spot him for him. If they hadn't lost that gearing, they might have been able to do a little bit more with this. But unfortunately, the gearing does manage to beach himself on that corner and get caught out. Got carried by Dog, putting a spotter plane up, looking for a shot on something. Going for Horny Otter. I think he's trying to see where the Des Moines is so he can go for a charge onto him. Or get caught on an island. We're not entirely sure. No, he's reversing around. He decides he wants none of it. Duran throw up to 20,000 from his earlier 400. Ariel taking a large chunk out the broadside of Real Son of Dad with his AP, but now the Yamato have got carried by Dark is kind of left alone here. I don't think Ariel can really help out with Morton, and I also don't think Garanthal's in a position to help either. Looks like got carried by Dark is just going to get farmed down behind this island here, and that will give a nice little uptick to Morton and co in for Snack. Bring them a little bit closer to making this more level. Henry torps towards Earl of Northesk, looking quite dangerous as well, by the way. Yeah, 10,000 health on Dark. Got carried by Dark. Horny Otter are going to be taking a little bit of punishment from Garantha on the way there. 4,000 health. Got carried by Dark goes down. But they still need to get something into the cap. That's giving them some points back, but it's not quite enough just yet. They need to make something else happen. They need to get one of these caps. Preferably C. And then they also still need a kill as well, though, I think. Yeah, they definitely need a kill as well as a cap. So at this point, pay to lose. Just need to like disengage from all points possible. They just need to not throw a ship away. I don't think they can get both into B and C. And I don't think they can get the kill on Ariel. They are going to be running it down with Des Moines, Hindenburg, and Yamato, trying to burn this guy down as rapidly as possible. He needs to not beach on this island as he's reversing. No, he's turned the wrong way. He turned the wrong way when he was reversing. Now he's stuck. He has to accelerate forward. They're going to be throwing everything they can at him to try and burn him down within the next however many seconds. It's 2 every 3 seconds, so like 4 points every 3 seconds. They need to burn him down rapidly. Is anybody else going to be able to get shots on this? This Moskva's not going to have shots unless he reverses now. No, Earl of Northrest is going to go into a position where he can't catch him if he reverses. He's going to try and get around this corner, but I don't think that's going to be enough time. I don't think they have the DPM to burn this down in time. They are blocking points. Actually, let's give him a little more. Oh, wow. Somebody got blapped. I don't know who got blapped. The Hindenburg of Tommy got caught out over on the AB flank. That's unfortunate. I guess he was just trying to YOLO charge as much as possible, and then, like, just, yeah, it just didn't work. Wait, who won? Wait, Tommy died. That means that Wargaming Pay to Lose won. So that would be 1-1. I'm really smart. I'm really good at this. I'm gonna apply. Set winner. Yes. Set winner. I could just click winner. Yeah, Team Bravo won the last game. Yeah. Alright, let's get ready for Game 3. Game 3 is going to be taking place on Crash Zone Alpha. We haven't been seeing much of this map this weekend, but it's going to be nice because this is home of the Des Moines spam. I want to see a load of... Well, it used to be home of the Des Moines spam, but people recently really don't like doing the bottom left corner push. Like, I haven't seen very much of this. Like, I expect to see a single Minotaur as your central, like, B-cap, floaty person, maybe try to catch it, maybe not try to catch it. I expect to see at least 2 DDs from each team, including the Minotaur. I class the Minotaur as a DD for this. Expect to see a fair bit of Moskva, like, looking for the static positions to get radar control over the caps, but I just... and some Henrys to farm them. Alright, there's some options here, Let's get you on the best of 3 scene. Team B was one of the last. Put you on the best of 3 scene. I need to press apply. Apply. Magic. Boom. Look. Wargaming Pay to Win. Or Pay to Lose. Or whichever one it was. Can I like zoom in on that logo so I can see it better? No, I can't. Preview scaling. Canvas. Boom. There. Now I can see it. 17,900 HP Shimakaze in the Wargaming Pay to Lose. That's a fantastic logo. Alright, so let's get the Crash Zone Alpha map preview up, and let's also have a look at what's been going on with the other game here. Right, anyway, we're getting into Game 3. Sorry, I was busy reading a discussion that was happening in a channel there. About the maps and stuff. It's fine. Right, so, Game 3. Hang on, that's not the right scene. This is the right scene. Boom, Game 3. Snack versus Wargaming Pay to Win, Class Lose, / all the things. Crash Zone Alpha, Losers Bracket. Loser goes home. Yeah, all of those things. So, Snack are going to be running Montana, Des Moines, Hindenburg, Moscow, Gearing, Shimakaze. Wargaming Pay to Lose / Win / Shen are going to be running Yamato, Des Moines, Henry, Moskva, Shimakaze, Grozovoy. No Minotaurs, but we are going to be seeing the double DD comp that I expect. So, let's have a look at the initial deployments, because this could be quite interesting. Looks like Des Moines and Moskva for our northern team, along with the Gearing. This is Snack, are going to be running towards the sea cap. Des Moines looking for a position behind these islands. Moskva going to be parked up against this rock for radar, and Gearing going to be contesting this cap. Shimakaze is going to go and try and take B early. Montana's going to be here in support before anything he spots, trying to get a nice little crossfire. And the two Hindenburgs are going to the A cap. This is a kiting force. Meanwhile, for Wargaming Pay to Win / Lose / Shen, they're going to be sending Shimakaze and Des Moines over at the sea cap. Des Moines probably going to be making a push for these islands. A single Des Moines to these bottom islands here. He's going to be trying to hold radar support over this cap. Grozovoy is going to be trying to cap B from here, and he's going to be supported by a Moskva. I think the Moskva is going to park up here eventually, and the Yamato is going to be like supporting as well. So it's going to be a relatively static play and just farming back and forth. Nothing too extreme. Pushes around and just trying to farm each other down. So we are going to see early on that the Shimakaze of yet another random name is going to be getting himself into this cap quite early on. Going to see if he can hold the Grozovoy out of it. Grozovoy going to be charging bow in, just beaching against this island, being like, alright, no, you can't have this cap for free, go away. He's making the turn. He's drifting through, trying to block that cap. He's not quite in it, but he will be soon. So Shimakaze won't be able to take this cap for free. But this does give time for the Des Moines and the Moskva to walk to their favoured position. And at some point, this Moskva will be able to get into his position. And I think he should have radar coverage. Does he have radar coverage of this ship? Oh, it might just be in range from here. He should just catch the Shimakaze at 11. The Shimakaze's giving up the cap. He's just going to let the Grozovoy take it. He doesn't want to sit there for 10 minutes. He needs to get into a position to do something for spotting for the Hindenburgs, I guess. Or he decided he doesn't want to be radar by a potential Moskva pushing up here. Because theoretically, the Moskva could just, like, walk up here right now. And, like, just sit here. There's not really much stopping him from getting there. Well, the Hindenburgs are now, if they continue on their trajectory. But yeah, if the Moskva had walked up here, he could have just, like, caught out the Shimakaze. It'd be a very ballsy play, but the Shimakaze didn't know what was approaching. All he knew was he was being approached by a Grozovoy, so he had to get out of there in case something like that was happening. Meanwhile, we see torpedoes. Not going to catch the Gearing, but they were quite well aimed. The Shimakaze of Celestial Him is going to take the sea cap in front of the Gearing. And then just make his way out of there. That's a horrible camouflage, by the way. I hate it. Gearing going to be parking himself into that sea cap just to try and block points. But they are losing points quite heavily right now. They're down a cap. They're blocking a second. But they don't hold any of their own. Moskva of Geocruiser is going to be... Has he caught out that Shimmer? He has caught out that Shimmer. He's caught the Shimmer in a radar. Getting a nice couple of salvos into him. I'm going to take about 3,000 health from him. 4,000 health taken down from him. Geocruiser is, however, going to take a double fire in return. He's going to heal most of this back, but he needs to get behind this island as rapidly as possible. Damacon, pop some heals. Just sit there quietly and just be like, alright, I've had enough for now. You can go. They are going to get their Grozavoy into this cap as well, and they're going to have radar support to defend it, so I don't see a way for this Shimakaze. Like, they have 2 radars controlling this. The Hindenburgs are going to sit and farm, but until they can get... Oh, wait, Gearing took the Gearing torpedoed the Shimakaze. Oh, that is unfortunate. Well, then. Yeah, wow. And doesn't get the torpedo in return. That was completely unexpected. That's gonna cede control of this side of the map very heavily. So the Gearing's gonna be able to take this cap for free. Des Moines gonna be able to hold it because they have to push in a Henry or a Des Moines to get any sort of contesting on this map right now. The Moskva can disengage and rotate if he wants. The Montana can disengage and rotate if he wants, and now they can work towards taking the B cap with that Gearing because there's nothing going to be able to hold it out apart from this Yamato, who is now left completely alone. So if the Gearing wants to come take B cap, he can also get some free tops towards the Yamato as well. And he's going straight for it. He knows exactly. He's like, oh, I need to get over there quickly. Now the Grozavoy has to pull the weight of 2 destroyers. And honestly, I think the Grozavoy can rotate the B cap as well to try and like defend this. Because he should be able to have the support of the Moskva's radar and be able to take a gunfight. The Des Moines can push happily up to this island if he wants to. Actually, no, he's probably not going to. He's going to end up in a 2v1 versus 2 Hindenburgs, and that's not exactly something you want to deal with. Right, so Shimakaze going to be making his way towards the B cap. Gearing also going to be making his way towards the B cap. He's like, no, I've got it. You just chill. You just chill. I'll go spot this Des Moines I'll go spot Garantho for Crave to farm. Does get spotting onto the Yamato, but I don't think these torpedoes are going to land. Well, they might actually. Keep an eye on those in a second. Henry takes a little bit of a chunk from Earl of Northesk. Yet another random name. Pushed himself into the B cap. Nothing going to be able to force him out apart from maybe a Moscow radar from Geocruiser, but that might not even catch him, so I'm not sure. The torpedoes from the Gearing that we mentioned earlier are going to be hitting the broadside. We've got carried by Doc. He's going to take 1, 2, 3. It's a fair chunk. Gonna have to damage on a flood from that. Also gonna get forced back. Geocruiser's Moskva once again feeling the weight of 2 Hindenburgs raining down upon him. Probably decided that, actually, you know what? I really don't like being farmed by 2 Hindenburgs. I would like to leave now. Thank you, bye. 2 Hindenburgs, both with a spotter planes up. Gonna get that DPM in while I can. Montana looking for shots on the broadside Yamato, who's trying to get to safety. After taking those torps and deciding he wants to heal up. Nice little chunk. Let's see if he gets Yamato gets anything in return. Nothing. So, Crave is about to be pushed by both Router and Garantho. Now, he does have Earl of Northesk to help him run the gauntlet here, but without vision, like, this Henry can push along this border and then just turn in here, and then he's bow in to both of them, and they can start raining down. The Des Moines can join in, and they have a 2v1 advantage. This Moskva will be shot blocked for the majority of that. And if he reverses too far out, he's got carried by Dark, waiting to get the broadside shots into him as well. The problem is, during all this, Jania and the Gearing has free torping opportunities at this Yamato. This Yamato is very vulnerable to that Gearing right now. Yet another random name going to be getting himself into the B cap to block this capture attempt from Zeravian, who is currently have to pull the weight of 2 destroyers because, you know, the other Shimakaze ate a top very early on. Yeah, there's the Henry taking this turn as we expected on right at the border. Now he's going to be trying to get bow into both the Moskva and the Henry so he doesn't give too much broadside. He's trying to start this farming attempt on the Des Moines bow. Garantho, however, not going to be able to make it. The cross shots in from the Yamato didn't actually get over this island. He shot too early. He gave up his gave his play away. Crave in the Des Moines is going to be running his radar to try and stop this Des Moines. Like, as soon as this radar goes down, this Des Moines can make the jump around this corner and then join in with the DPM. Needs to be very careful of getting into hydro range, though. For now, the Henry's just trying to disable the turrets. So that brawl's going to be happening for a while. I'm not sure if there's anything else happening in the middle of the map, which could be go over. Nope, the Hindenburgs have gave up this cap completely. They're just giving away. Geocruiser got farmed down quite heavily. There's a little bit of a spotting interaction going on in the middle. Shimakaze versus Grozovoy right now, but the gear... It's basically 2 destroyers versus 1, but the Grozovoy has the much better DPM. And the much better arcs. He is being attacked by the Hindenburg as well, though. Drops his torpedoes. Shimakaze drops his smoke screen. Gearing still raining down shells. Got carried by Dark. Going to be coming in with this... Oh, God. Dark dropping the hammer with those Yamato shells into that Shimakaze. Evening up the DDs. He is, however, full broadside of that Montana. That could be quite bad. Meanwhile, we see the Henry of Router is getting closer and closer to this Des Moines. Now having a staring contest. Deciding, alright, what's the appropriate play here? Bringing in the Des Moines of Garantho. They can either take a ram and then, you know, use him to farm. Or they just try and take the 2v1. Gearing versus Grozovoy trade happening again. If he reverses, he's going to take these torpedoes. Nothing he can do. Can he get the angle in? Takes a torpedo. Gearing on form with the destroyer torpedoing today. That's 2 destroyers that he's topped. So now there are no destroyers left for the team of Wargaming Pay to Lose. So let's see what's going to be happening with this Des Moines rush. Currently, they're just hammering down, trying to knock out his guns. I think they're just going to take the safe approach. Or Router can sail out full broadside. I say full broadside. He's angled, but it's not angled enough because it's a Des Moines. Yeah, there we see. Big chunks into the side of Router. And Garantho, lucky that friendly fire isn't a thing there. They did remove friendly fire a while ago. Garantho, with one of his turrets knocked out, does Damacon to get that turret in. They really want this kill as rapidly as possible. They do take down Crave. Shots in from the Montana. Manages to get Dark for now, but that Montana is going to continue bearing down. Shots in from them, but you might want the broadside of the Montana. Hit him really hard there. Got about 25% of his health. The Gearing going to be looking for some torpedoes onto that Yamato at some point soon. Geocruiser caught broadside. Gets a big chunk from the Hindenburgs. Another big chunk from the Hindenburg. Morton raining down on Geocruiser here. Going to send a salvo back in return. Not going to catch anything. So currently got carried by Dark is stuck between Gearing and a hard place with the Montana, the Moskva, and the Hindenburg going to be looking for angles on him. The Henry and the Des Moines aren't going to be able to get themselves into this cap, but what they can do is possibly get Geocruiser into the cap from this side and get him positioned here, and that'll be a really strong position for helping out against this Hindenburg, Moskva, and Montana as well. The only problem he has to worry about then is the Gearing and the Hindenburg trying to torp rush him in some way, but he has the Des Moines of Latin. Latin probably can make an advancement up to here or here, one of these 2 islands as well, just to try and like get some extra map control, get some extra pressure in, trying to get this encircling done. Are they capping from here? Oh, they can cap from here. Okay, that works fine. Sometimes these maps change, like, they have slight differences in the capping, and it's, like, different between different modes. It's like, oh, you can cap from here in this mode. Okay. The card by Dark is pushing out, which is going to leave him to be farmed by the Hindenburg, the Montana, and the second Hindenburg. Unless the second Hindenburg is slightly more interested in a good friend Geocruiser over here still. The farming has commenced onto Earl of Northwest from the Henry and the Des Moines. They've chosen their target. The real son of Dad still going to be trying to make this push happen in his Montana, trying to get to the backsides of this Henry and Des Moines and do something about them. In the meantime, you can look for shots on the Yamato who've got carried by Doc still. Points are taken currently 2 caps to 1 in favour of Wargaming Pay to Lose. And Snek need to get into one of the caps sooner rather than later. They've completely given up at A. And I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to get the kill onto this Des Moines or Henry. But I'm not sure if they have enough time. The Montana needs to... The Montana's turned in. They're trying to get the kill out and got carried by Doc. If they get the kill out and got carried by Doc, they'll get themselves a little bit more time. Jania and the Gearing looking for the play. Or they just farm him with the Hindenburg and the Mosque and the Montana. The Hindenburg and Montana, he's down to 10,000 health. Gearing going to be coming around the corner relatively... Actually, he's not coming around the corner. He's stopped. Oh, you've seen the Des Moines approaching. That's why. The Des Moines of Leffen is going to get himself into this cap. He's going to block the 3rd cap. And this puts... This puts Snek in a very vulnerable position. They don't have enough time. They don't have enough DPM to take down this Yamato. They don't have enough map control at all to do very much of anything. They've been forced into the corner of the map. Real Son of Dad currently looking at the backsides of these 2 cruisers, thinking, "I can do it. I can do this. I can do this." Oh, he shot at them. He shot at the Yamato. They've gone for the kill on the Yamato. The Yamato who's healed up. Got carried by Doc up to 23,000. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to burn through 20,000 health and however long they have left, but well, actually, saying that, he's down to 6,000 health. They have shots coming in from the Hindenburg. Okay, they got one of the kills. That gives them a little bit more time. They're trying to get around the corner onto the Henry and the Des Moines. The Henry and the Des Moines now need to accelerate forward. Earl of Northwest going to be able to get some shots into them if they position badly. They also got the Hindenburg of Tormy to try and get shots as well. These 2 cruisers need to survive. They're currently up 2 caps. Real Son of Dad charging around as fast as his Montana will take him. These 2 cruisers are going to be playing Bring Around the Rosies in the meantime. They are taking 3 caps, so it's not going to be very much longer that he has to wait. But does Real Son of Dad even have time to get around this corner? They're charging forwards. He's presenting his broadside to the Moscow Earl of Northesk. But I don't even think, even with the broadside, he's got HE still loaded. Real Son of Dad might get 1 salvo out. He needs to make it count. Who is his target choice? He's chosen Router. He blaps Router. He has 2 more turrets. Can he also get Garantho? He doesn't also get Garantho, but Garantho is currently full broadside to Earl of Northwest. Earl of Northwest pushing out. Gets his AP in the broadside of the Des Moines as well. Gets a couple of Citadels. Garantho looking for the shots into Real Son of Dad. Real Son of Dad took 3 torps from the Henry. He's looking for that reload to try and finish off this Des Moines. They're using the Gearing to block the B cap. Shots out from the Montana's front guns and the broadside of the Des Moines takes him down. They now have 2 caps. Well, no, they're now blocking 1 cap. They are currently up on points temporarily. 2 minutes 30 left on the clock. So we now have Leffen in the Des Moines. They have a 5-2 ship advantage. They have no map control though. And no caps. And like Wargaming Pay to Win are still taking points from their free cap. If they can get this C cap, I think they've got the C cap. They should be able to get this C cap before they reach 938 points, which means they should be taking points. They should be able to win this. Yep, they get that cap. They are now taking points. They are now up 5 ships to 2. And now they're farming the Des Moines. Leffen, though, looking for the play to try and catch this Gearing. That would be... Oof, that would be unfortunate. If the Gearing manages to go down here... Shots in from the Henry, the Moscow, sorry, as well. Can they pick him up? Jania getting caught out at the last second. Shots coming in from the Moscow. Shots coming in from the Des Moines. Watching as their victory may be slipping away. Couple more salvos. 1,200 health. 1,100 health. Shots coming in from across the map. And he gets them! The Gearing redemption arc is over. He killed 2 destroyers with his torpedoes. They got all of the caps back. the amazing play by Montana of the real sort of dad, but it wasn't enough because the gearing got caught out by the Des Moines, and the Moskva with a long-range shot steer cruiser from downtown wins them the game. Congratulations to Wargaming Pay to Lose going on in this series. Commiserations to Snack. But what a game that was! Holy shit! Congratulations to Wargaming Pay to Lose. Moving on to the next round. What a fucking game. God damn. Jesus. Blind shot, says Gear Cruiser. The radar wasn't active anymore. What a fucking finish. That was... Thank you for letting me cast that game. Yeah.